Hey, what's good, family? Hope y'all are having a blessed, wonderful day. Today is Hump Day, Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. All praises due to Allah. We have two more weekdays, and then we'll be at the weekend. Remember, this weekend to turn your clocks back. Turn them back because the daylight savings time is Saturday night, Sunday morning. So when you go to bed, Saturday night, make sure you turn your clocks back. So we be gaining an hour of sleep. As y'all know, it's been getting darker earlier. Um, and I'm not a fan of this daylight saving time, whatever, because the planet knows when the time is. We should just go off the planet. But that's another topic for another day. But in any event, make sure you turn your clocks back this weekend so you get the extra hour of sleep. And the likelihood that you're having one of those days, we all do. Into this life, a little rain must fall. Always, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah, God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that because I was having one of those days yesterday evening, but all praises due to Allah. Things work themselves out. All praises are due to Allah. Getting to the topic for this video. So for those of y'all who tuned in, okay, I can see the comment. Thank you, brother Steph. Thank you for that, brother Steph. Thank you for that. I had it on the kids settings, and it wouldn't let people comment. So thank you for that. So this is a lot better, a lot better. So talking about the Buck Broken Entertainment Television's Black Men Summit, or so-called summit, on last night. It was hosted by that cornball Sambo, D.L. Hughley. You know, the 62-year-old nigga whose voice hasn't hit puberty yet. Yup. Kamala Harris. We got to vote for Kamala Harris. Trump is racist. He has 34 felonies. He has 34 felonies. That D.L. Hughley. He hosted this summit, this so-called summit, on yesterday, which was a farce. Um, the panel included attorney Ben Crump, actor Michael Ealy, so-called activist Michael Ealy. Vic Menza was like a field reporter. Rapper Vic Menza, he's in that. He's an actor too. He's in that show, The Shy. Jermaine Dupri joined the panel later, but basically what it was black beta men praising Kamala Harris, telling how brothers are misinformed about her, and how racist Donald Trump is and how much of a criminal he is. So it was an utter waste of time. It wasn't informative at all. Again, they were praising Kamala Harris, saying that our prosecutorial record was, was misconstrued, that it wasn't true, which we know otherwise, it was true, and that Donald Trump was a racist criminal. That's basically what it was. And urged black men to vote for Kamala Harris. It should have been called Buck Broken Entertainment Television's Black Beta Male Summit because these were black beta men. There weren't anything masculine about these Negroes, not a damn thing. Michael Ealy is so embedded in Hollywood until he don't know which way is up. And he's a so-called activist. I haven't seen Michael Ealy in the streets. Have y'all? I've seen him in movies, on TV shows, but I haven't seen him in the streets. I haven't seen Vic Mensa in the street. Just when he was doing that summit, he was a field reporter on that, but I haven't seen him in the street. I haven't seen D.L. Hughley's infamous ass in the streets, effeminate ass in the streets. I haven't. Ben Crump, you done a couple of good things. You were able to get justice for sort of justice for the descendants of Malcolm X. You was able to show that the FBI, the CIA, and the NYPD were all in cahoots in the assassination of Brother Malcolm. So for that, I salute you. You've done some good things. But other than that, you on this democratic plantation too. It was another brother up there. I think he was I don't know if he was a attorney or a philanthropist or whatever. He was on the panel. Can't think of his name right now. But all these black men, all this was black men supporting Kamala Harris. Black men who leaned toward the left. There wasn't any balanced conversation. There weren't any conservative black men up there. You didn't have oh my God, what's the brother's name? He was on the Breakfast Club a month ago. Congressman from Florida. Can't think of the brother's name. Oh, I can't think of his name. You didn't have brother Shermichael. I can't think of his last name. He's on CNN a lot. Very well dressed brother. He's a conservative. He's always on CNN. They didn't have him on there. They didn't have brother Jamal Green on there, who's an activist in Chicago. Jamal Green is an activist. Jamal Green was the one who a few months back rolled up on Roland Martin for talking mess about him. Remember that? That brother who got up in Roland Martin's face and wanted to have a conversation with him? Jamal Green. They didn't have him on that panel. They didn't have my brother Maj Toure on that panel. They didn't have brother Judge Joe Brown on that panel. Brother Dr. Boyce Watkins. Brother Dr. Cornel West, who, by the way, was running for president. They didn't have brother Riza Islam on there. Brother King Randall the First. And even, I'm going to say this, even though I disagree with him, I'm kind of 60-40 on him, 50-50, 60-40 on him. I'm going to say 55-45. 55% of what he says I agree with. 45% of what he says I vehemently disagree with. Dr. Umar Johnson. They didn't have him up there. Brother Tariq Nasheed. That would have been interesting having Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson up there because they both don't like each other. But it's not about that. It's about having fair and balanced conversation. All the brothers that were on that panel all leaned to the left. There was no right-leaning brothers on there or people who fall in the center. Again, Brother Maj Toure. He has some right-leaning views, but he's in the center. He's a libertarian. Dr. Boyce Watkins. He has some right-leaning views, but he leans in the center. He's not Democrat or Republican. Brother Riza Islam. Nation of Islam, he's in the Nation of Islam. He don't lean toward, he's not a Democrat or Republican, but he has some right-leaning views. Dr. Umar Johnson, he has some right-leaning views. He's not a Democrat or Republican. Judge Joe Brown, now he is a Republican, but it would have been great to have him on there, an OG up there. Jamal Bryant, I think he leans in the center, but he has some right-leaning views. He's not Democrat or Republican. King Randall, now he is a Republican. I believe he is, but he has right-leaning views. But my point is saying all this and in saying their names, these are masculine black men. These are masculine black men, and we need voices like theirs. Because I did a video yesterday where Michelle Obama took a play of her husband's book and was scolding black men for not supporting Kamala Harris and being upset about the economy. She was actually scolding black men. We're saying, despite how your man feels, despite how you feel about the economy, you support Kamala Harris, even if he gets upset about it. These people are so damn divisive. They complain about Trump being divisive. No, they're the divisive ones. It's crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. But They want to run on Trump is racist. Trump has felonies. That's all they were talking about last night. They lied about Kamala Harris' prosecutorial record, saying that she was firm, but she showed grace. That's a damn lie. I know two people personally who she locked up on nonviolent crimes. Two women, black women. She didn't serve them grace. What's the brother name? Jamal Trulove? Is that the brother name who she tried to lock up? They found him not guilty. Did she find him grace? Mercy? No, she laughed at him in the courtroom. He was on the Art of Dialogue and he told his story. He was going around on social media. Y'all remember this a few months back in the summer, telling his story. Oh, but they don't want to have that conversation. They want to say how great of a prosecutor she was. This is such bullshit. It was a farce. That summit was a complete waste of time. You'd have had better luck watching grass grow or paint dry watching that bullshit last night. Because that's all it was. About black men who voted for Kamala Harris. We already know where y'all stand. We want to hear the opposite opinions. Killer Mike wasn't there. He'd have been great up there. And Killer Mike said it. I can't vote for a prosecutor because she was a top cop. She locked brothers up. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but that's the gist of it. I can't vote for a prosecutor because your job was to lock brothers up. And shout out to Killer Mike. He wasn't there. That would have been great, a great panel. It would have been worth watching. You have brothers who lean on the right, brothers who lean on the left, brothers who fall in the center, all sharing their different opinions, differing views, where you can learn from each other. We may disagree, but we'll shake hands and we go to lunch or go to dinner. The key component is we break bread, but we still brothers. But what that shit was last night, that was a farce. All it was the Hollywood bourgeoisie, your D.L. Hughley's, your Hollywood bourgeoisie, your Michael Ealy's, your Vic Menza's, your D.L. Hughley's, your Jermaine Dupri. He's in the entertainment industry. Ben Crump. He's done some good things, but he's an ambulance chaser and he's tied in with the entertainment industry. So it was just a complete farce. It was a waste of time. Black Men Summit. They don't speak for this black man and for many of y'all. People who have our views weren't up there, weren't in the crowd, weren't in the audience. Like I said, they should have called it Black Beta Male Summit because that's all it was. Black Beta Men Summit. That's what it should have been called. Black Beta Men Summit. Niggas simping for Kamala Harris Summit on Buck Broken Entertainment Television. It was just a waste of time. Just a waste of time. And we know election day is 6 days away now. It's this coming Tuesday. And I had a dream 3 nights ago that it was election night. Trump was leading in the polls, but in the dream, it didn't show who won the actual election. It just showed Trump leading in the polls. He was leading by a sizable number. So I guess he did win, but it didn't show that in my dream. But so don't go say I dreamt that Trump won because no, that's not the case. He was leading in the polls substantially. But again, let me be very clear on this. It didn't show Trump winning because it was still too early to tell. So, but in the dream, my wife asked me to go to run to the store to go get something. And when I walked out the door, it was utter chaos. People were fighting in the streets, people were getting killed. And I went back in the house. I said, I'm not going out there. I said, it's utter chaos out there. It's like a war zone. It was something out of the purge. And I just got back in the house. But that dream was telling me something. I have a funny feeling that on election night, which is next Tuesday, it's coming Tuesday, it's gonna get ugly. And I think the ugliness is gonna be um the people who are gonna perpetrate the ugliness are gonna be Kamala Harris supporters. I firmly believe that. I'm gonna repeat that again. The people who are going to perpetrate the ugliness, the violence, are gonna be Kamala Harris supporters. They're gonna do a one up on January 6th. Because you see how divisive they are? And it's black people, not even white Kamala Harris supporters, it's black people. They're gonna be just, they're gonna lose their collective minds. I really believe this. I could be wrong. I hope that I am, but I see it already. Just with people in my family not even speaking to me because I just ask questions. What is her policies on inflation? How does she plan on fixing the economy? What is she going to do about the migrant crisis? How is she going to fix that? What is her plan? What is her policy? What is her policies on getting this nation out of these proxy wars in the Middle East and in Europe? We're involved in these proxy wars. What is her policies and her plans on getting us out of these proxy wars? They can't answer none of those questions. I had one family member say, I can't do it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I just asked you some questions. I can't ask you questions about the person that you're supporting, what their policies are. Or I get this. What about Trump? The hell? What about Trump? I'm not asking you about him. I'm asking you all about Kamala Harris. Trump's policies, they're on his website, Agenda 47. You could go down there and find them. From the economy to healthcare, there's his policies. What are her policies? That's all I'm asking you. She's running on what Donald Trump didn't do, but she's not running on what she's gonna do. Donald Trump didn't do this. Donald Trump did this. Donald Trump this. Donald Trump that. Okay, we get all that. But what are your policies? What are your plans to be a better candidate? How are you a better candidate? The woman can't even answer questions, not even questions that she has that are prepared for her to be asked of. Tailor-made questions. She was on Club Shay Shay 2 days ago. That was a tailor-made interview because he was, yeah, yeah, that's right. No, calmly, yeah. But Madam Vice President, that's right, Madam Vice President, that's right, Madam Vice President. You know what? To be honest with you, Madam Vice President, Trump is a racist. Trump is a racist. Yes, yes, Madam Vice President, he's a racist. That's my Shannon Sharp impersonation. Club Shay Shay. She was in there 2 days ago. Wasn't informative. He didn't hit her with any hardball questions. Of course he didn't. He was simping. He was trying to fit in. And that's the problem. That's not what we need. Now, Trump was on Joe Rogan. He could have asked him more hardball questions, but Joe Rogan did ask him some significant questions, and he showed respect to Trump, unlike what the NABJ did back in July in Chicago, the National Association of Black Journalists. That young lady was was extremely rude to Trump. So There you have it. And Joe Rogan actually reached out to Kamala Harris, but she turned him down. Why, you may ask? Because Joe Rogan would have asked her hardball questions. He would have held her feet to the fire. And no, no, they can't have that. They have to have someone that they like, someone that they pick, handpicked to do an interview for her. And not only are they handpicked, but they have to ask questions for her so she could dance around it. Madam Vice President, what are your policies on healthcare? You know, I grew up in a middle class neighborhood where everyone's lawns were nice. My mom was a single mother. She raised me and my sister in a middle class neighborhood in Oakland, which is a lie. Um, our neighborhood was nice. Everyone's grass was cut. And you like, but that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you about your policies on health. What are your plans for on healthcare? Medicine is skyrocketing. What are your plans on inflation? You know, people go to the grocery store and they have to make life decisions. They buying 6 items at the grocery store. It's costing them $150. They're feeling the price crunch at the pump. What are your plans to fix inflation in the economy? Well, under Donald Trump is a racist. He's very divisive. I'm not asking you about Donald Trump. I'm asking you about how you're going to fix the economy. What you're going to do about inflation. It's ridiculous. Am I right or am I absolutely right? It is a joke. Birds of a feather flock together. That's right. And Club Shay Shay. I doubt if he asks anything on the economy. I don't even want to watch it. I may watch little bits and clips of it, but I can't take Kamala Harris for her voice, her giggling. I can't take that for 2 hours, 3 hours. Well, Donald Trump, and then she code switches. Did you see her at that church in Philadelphia? Sorrow may endure for a night, but joy, church, comes in the morning. Joy comes in the morning. Who's this woman? You better thank a union member for sacrificing their time. You better thank a union member. It's like in Atlanta. Hey y'all, what's up, y'all? But when she goes to speak to white people, you better thank a union member for sacrificing their time and their families to make sure that your lives are good. Thank a union member. Make sure to thank them. If she was to speak at a white church, sorrow may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Sorrow may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Code switching. She's the queen of it. And some of her Indian family members, Camilla, what are you doing, Camilla? We don't code switch, Camilla. No, 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 no. We don't code switch, Camilla. We stay in our accent. We go, Camilla. We don't go to the Negroes, and we don't hippity hoppity do talk like them. We don't do that, Camilla. We no, 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 no. We don't do that, Camilla. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You sound like an idiot. What are you doing? We don't do that, Camilla. No, 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 no. We never imitate the Negro. We're not into that hippity hoppity bippity boppity. No, Camilla. That's what our people are saying right now. Could you imagine if Kamala Harris would have went to the South Bronx or Miami and was like, hola papi, what's hola, como está papi, how you doing, Sound like Rosie Perez. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the outrage from the Latino community? Could you imagine that? Hell would have rained down on her. Or she would have went to the Asian community. How are you? Yeah, how are you doing? My name is I'm Kamala Harris. You vote for me? You are gonna vote for me? You go vote for me. You tell your people to go vote for me. It's like, whoa. The Asian community would have rained down hell on her. But when she do it to us, it's accepted. She's a sister girl. You got these simping niggas last night doing a summit. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. I think I'm gonna land my plane there. I think I made my point known. But those of you who, I don't know if some of y'all may have seen it or not. I only watched maybe 18 minutes of that summit. I couldn't, I just couldn't. I'm surprised I watched that much of it. But if you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. Just type in DL Hughley Black Men Summit or BT Black Men Summit, and it's on there. I don't know how long it is. Like I said, I tuned in for 18 minutes too long, and it's a farce. It's a joke. It's a complete pathetic joke. A farce. Times like this make me wish Brother Malcolm was around. A bunch of clowns. It was a clown show. Buffoons. But in any event, y'all take good care of yourselves. Y'all be safe out here. I told you about that dream I had a couple of minutes ago. So y'all be safe. I hope that doesn't come to pass, but I expect some craziness come election night. I just, it's the American way. It's what we do, or excuse me, what this nation does. Not we, but them. So y'all be safe, beware and be aware, whether you're going to work, coming home from work, dropping your children off at school, picking them up, running errands, going to drop your ballots off, whatever you may be doing. Please be safe. Be safe. Beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. I love y'all. Please support my YouTube channel here. Please support it. Support your brother. Support my future projects. They'd be greatly appreciated. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear them. We don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable, especially in this time, especially on topics such as this. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. And in our disagreements, let's use logic, respect, and facts, not emotion and disrespect. Please don't do that. Let's not do that. Now is not the time for that. I love y'all immensely. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.